We have important work to do and balloons everywhere. Now, a question needs answered. Can one laser engrave a balloon? Some of the parts to my laser engraver may allegedly still be missing from the move, but we'll make do. I had AI generate this lovely face for our first attempt at engraving. After gathering some precise measurements, I set the size and was ready to go.
Work it. Oh boy.
Turns out the measurements weren't getting correctly converted from American to millimeters, so I ran into some sizing issues right off the bat.
Nice. So everything about that was bad.
While I am annoyed at the software, I am 100% on board the metric is better train. Using a system based on King Henry's foot and the width of a man's thumb feels like that should be something pretty replaceable. But what do I know? I'm just here engraving balloons.
This one's perfect. I'm calling it now, because I'm not changing it regardless.
I got that resolved, and at last our balloon was being assaulted by a laser. As one might expect, the answer of should you engrave a balloon was being answered right about now with the toxic fumes. Thankfully, I have this fancy air filter, windows to open, and the ability to leave. But now it was time to check in on the fruits of our labor. We had indeed engraved a balloon, but would it still inflate? To the great surprise of no one, the answer was no. We had engraved a nice big hole.
Yeah.
Clearly these balloons weren't gonna cut it, so it was time to order thicker ones.
Let's run a pink one.
I increased the engraving speed a bit, so between that and a thicker balloon, hopefully we were in business.
That mostly worked. For science.
The results were disappointing, but it wouldn't be long before I had a new idea.
There's still a hole in this one too? Dang. Extra thick balloon, my thick.
We're blowing up all of them.
I have a very good idea. You want to see my super good idea?
Yes.
We had already engraved this orange balloon, so if I were able to inflate it by using a different balloon, I think that's a win.
Oh, it's working! Yes! This is how we laser engrave a balloon.
The orange one's eating up the black one.
Yep. It's eating it up. Look at that. This might work. Ready?
Is it gonna pop out?
I hope so.
Can't say I expected that one, but it makes sense considering that the balloon has giant holes being expanded as we inflate it, and boom. So naturally, I inflated this black one as consolation for the kiddos. With that, it was back to the drawing board.
Balloons are giving me trust issues.
Also, our deranged face made it way too easy to carve a giant hole in the balloon, so I made a new design. This is probably what I should have started with anyway.
Time for science, baby.
Time to make some advanced modifications to my engraver to accommodate the next piece of the puzzle. The other part is iterating the speed and power of the engraver. If the balloon's gonna end up with a hole, I may as well know about it sooner than later and try again. Yeah. So I reduced the power a lot more and tried again. Welcome to Anxiety Simulator, where we wait to see if a balloon explodes.
Did it actually work? Huh. Did it even engrave? That explains why it didn't pop. Oh my gosh, where are you going?
So it was time to increase both the power and the anxiety and try again. And again. After however many iterations, I was not finding a whole lot of success, so it was back to the drawing board once again.
What the heck? That's crazy town. How are we supposed to make it work?
And it was right about here, disaster struck. My kiddo found the balloons and became my cinematographer. Hence this sequence here. But thankfully, I did indeed have a new plan.
Don't do that. I'm sure it's gonna pop.
It might pop. Supposedly these are extra thick balloons, but in reality I think they're just balloons.
I tried to make sure I didn't have any air in it so it didn't explode like last time, but these were also smaller, thicker balloons, so, worth a shot.
Go get him, Tiger.
This one felt promising. The outer balloon gets engraved, the inner one stays inflated. Is this the big moment? No, it wasn't. And to that I say, darn. At some point along the way, this experiment went from, can I engrave a balloon, to, I am going to engrave a balloon. So, relevant to the rage within, I bought these punch balloons because, they're made to be punched. Hopefully they're a bit stronger.
Beautiful. Woohoo. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Alright. The classic. It just burns through it. If it shows up, it burns through. I wonder if I make specific enough holes, if I can make a musical instrument out of this.
With that, I'm saying screw it. We're going back to the double-wrapped balloon idea. But this time, I'm going to make a point to not have too much air in it and not inflate it too much.
This kind of worked. Not too shabby. I hope it works this time.
I hope to.
Yes! Yes! We did it! We did it! We engraved a balloon! That actually looks kind of cool. Okay.
Don't get it too big.
This counts. We did it. I'm calling that a big W. We engraved a balloon. Look how beautiful. Is that not the most beautiful thing in the world? Look at that.
That is so beautiful. Don't.
There it is. Alright. Well, there's your answer. Yes, but actually no. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.